Welcome to Mora FC. Here is what it is. Just look at how this beautiful star. I'm going to give you all the tips, the tricks that you need, the simplest and the easiest and the fastest way how to cut this senator top. Look at the shoulder. It's like the top, the front is going backward. You see, these have a different cutting. So if you don't watch this tutorial, you're going to cut it wrongly, or maybe you're going to fumble on the way cutting it and sewing it. So I'm going to give you all the tips, the tricks, how to cut and how to sew it. You can see I have a different fabric here. So let's go with the measurement. I'm going with the bust or the chest measurement 38, the shoulder 18, the length of the sleeve 10. I'm going for short sleeve, the neck 16, and the length of the senator I'm going for 30 or 32. It depends how long you want it or how short you want it to be. As usual, your chest or your bust, you're going to divide it by 4, and that will give me 9.5, and I'll add 1.5 inch. That will give me 11 inches, and your shoulder divided by 2, and that will give me 9. The 11 inches here and the 9 inches here, pay attention to that. So you can see that the design is there. I've labeled it 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see 2 and 3. That's what we're going to cut right now. We're going to start cutting 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So we're going to use the 11 inches and the length of the senator. So if the length of the senator is 30, you're going to deduct 5 or 7 inches or 10 inches from the length of your senator. This is what you're going to deduct from it. So the senator, the length is 30. So I'm going to deduct 20 from 30, and that will give me 10. So whatever length that you are using, you're going to deduct whatever. You have to deduct 7, 5, or 10 inches, and this is 11. That's what we're going to do right now. But you're going to have half inch to it, add half inch to it, or maybe 1 inch to it again. So this is 20.5. I added half inch for the joining of the bottom, half inch for the joining on the bottom. And when you divide your shoulder into 4, it was 11, it was 9.5. I added 1.5 to it, making 11 inches. So you're going to add extra half inches, or maybe you add 1 inches to it. So I'm cutting 12 right now. So it's 20.5 by 12. You can cut it 21 by 12 if you want. So we need this one 2. Remember, it's 2 and 3. We need 2 of it. You're going to cut the same measurement. We are working on 2 and 3, as you can see. So right side and right side have to face each other, or wrong side facing each other. Before you start cutting, before going to the next step, you make sure you will check and see that if the right side are facing each other or the wrong side are facing each other before we move on to the next step. So let's come back to the shoulder. The shoulder is 9. When you divide it by 2, it's 9. So you're going to mark your 9 inches plus your half inches. That will be 9.5. So you're going to deduct 1 inches or 1.5 or 2 inches from your actual shoulder that you measure, because we are going to, you see the white label 1, that's what we're going to mark, the line there. So you can deduct 1 or 1.5 or 2 inches from it, maximum 2 inches. And you're gonna, that's the place that the line gonna start. So now we're gonna check the middle of this one. We need the middle line. So this part to serve as our middle line. Remember, we added 1.5 or maybe 2 inches. You just have to deduct only 1 inches from that part for the sewing. You can cut it straight away. You can make it straight. There's nothing wrong with that. You can just make it straight. There's nothing wrong with that. You're gonna get the same procedure. This one, like I said, not from the actual shoulder that we divide. You know, we divided our shoulder into 2. We divide into 2 and we get 9. So we're going to deduct 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inches from the shoulder. That will be your new line for the shoulder. So I'm gonna leave a 1/2 inch over that place, a 1/2 inch over that place. So when you deduct that 1 inch or 1.5 or 2 inches, that will serve you your new line. You have to join that one, not from your actual shoulder measurement that you divided into 2. Remember, you deducted 1 or 1.5 or 2 inches from it. That's what we're going to connect the points together. So that's the center. So I'm going to leave an 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here for the joining. For the joining, yeah, you have to leave an 1/2 inch for the joining. Please, when you cut, don't throw the pieces away. It's very important. We're going to use the pieces, so don't throw the pieces away. It's very important. We're going to use it. So this piece, the top one. So now we're gonna cut the one. You can see, as you can look at the diagram, the style. We're gonna cut the one, the white one. If you look at the front, you can see the one that I've labeled 1. That is what we're gonna cut right now. The white fabric on that design that I have labeled 1. That is what we're gonna cut right now. So we have to pay attention. Look at very careful, otherwise you're gonna cut it wrongly. So we're gonna put it on this like this way. Make sure that you have more space. Let it be more than center of this 2 and 3. Let it be more than center of the 2 and 3. Don't place it exactly at the center. Let it be more than the center of these 2 and 3. This white fabric that you are seeing. And please don't cut. You just have to draw a straight line. Pay attention here, it's very, very important, otherwise you're going to cut this wrongly. That part is folded into 2. That black is folded into 2. No, I folded that one into 2. It's not in 2 pieces, it's folded into 2. So after I draw my first line, check something here. This is our main line. So when we join in together, you're going to be here. Obviously, you're going to be that point here. So from that line that I drew, I'm going to add 1 inch to it. Add 1 inch, because we're going to sew 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So you add 1 inch to it. Don't add more than 1 inch. Don't add more than 1 inch. This fabric is folded into 2. We folded this fabric into 2. So this is the one. When you look at the diagram, if you look at the design, the white part that I've labeled 1. So this is how it's going to be. So now we have done with 1, 2, 3. Repeat, we have done with 1, 2, 3 cutting. So it's left with the 4. It's left with the 4. So we're going to fold that 1 to 2. So when you fold that 1 to 2, you just have to put the 2 and the 3 on it. Fold that 1 into 2, then you put your 2 and 3 on it. Just look at the way I'm gonna put it. You can see it's folded into 2. So I'm just putting on it like this way. You can see it's supposed to be more than half of the center. We are going to cut the 4. So I'm working on the 4. We have already cut 1, 2, 3. It's left with the 4. So this is the 4 that we are cutting right now. So first you just have to put on it like this way. I'm just checking, there's a shortage pieces below there, so I'm just checking from here. Then you check the length of your senator tab. From here, then you check the length of your senator tab. So I'm checking the length of my senator tab from here. So I'm just checking the length of it. Then after that, then you cut. This will give you your actual length. I'm going to draw a straight line here, just a straight line. Pay attention to here, this part also. Pay attention. After this line, we're going to join it. Remember, we have already left ½ inch from this part, so we're going to add that place to 1 inch. We're going to add 1 inch to it. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. It is what it is. More IFC. I post videos on maybe Sunday, Saturday, Monday. So please do and click on notification bell. It is what it is. And ask question, compliment. If you want to compliment, I appreciate it when you comment. So this is it. It's left for the joining. It's left to the joining. So let's go and do the sewing part of it. The another trick that you gotta learn in doing the sewing part of it, otherwise you're gonna fumble. So this is the back. I'm trying to make different style at the back. You can pick one design, one fabric from the front. You can pick one fabric or pick different fabric, plain fabric, and use it for the back. But I want to do different style at the back, just a style. Put this one and make it a different colors as well. So you can decide to choose a mixed style, a fabric for the back of your senator top, or just choose one color and just do with it. There's nothing wrong with do it. You go away. It is what it is. So this is like I said, this is the back of the senator top. My fabric got shortage, they are short, so I just have to join them to make it a star. I was not having the fabric, so I have to join them together like that, so form a star, so that to form a star. But actually, you need to pick one fabric, one blue, black, any fabric from the front side, from the front, or a different color from the front colors, then you just do it. So this is what I get from the back. So let's join the front. Let's join the front senator. Let's join it. You have to arrange it so that it's not confuse you. You can see, just have to arrange it so that you won't get confused. We're going to join one side first. So we're going to join the black and the good side. So this is 1 and 2. You see, I'm joining 1 and 2. This is 1 and 2. Just have to join one part like that, then you put it aside, then you take the 4 and the 3. You need to arrange it. Like I said, you can see that I'm arranging it to make sure that I won't get confused. You can see I'm just arranging it. You can see I put it there just to see that I'm working on the right side. So anytime you need to check and see that you are doing on the right side. You can see I'm still checking. I'm trying to check and see if I'm on the right track. So I'm going to join this one, 3 and 4. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Ask questions. If you want to compliment, then you compliment. So after joining 2 from this side and 2 from this side, we're going to join them together. Pay attention to here as well. After that, we're going to cut the sleeve, the neck, and all the tips, the tricks. We have not done yet. So you can see I'm matching the seam. You have to match it very well. Make sure that they are matching together. If you want to pin it, pin that part. You can see that I'm trying to let that place to match exactly each other. Let them match, the seam match each other. If you don't do that this way, you're gonna join it and you don't get a straight line. One will pass at the worst and one will pass somewhere, I don't know. It's more IFC. It is what it is. So when you join it this way, it becomes very simple and easy for you. Like I said, if you don't watch this tutorial to the end, you're gonna fumble. On your way. I'm telling you, you're gonna fumble. From here, we're gonna cut the neck and the sleeve. There's a tip, the tricks on cutting the sleeve. There's something that I need to show you from that part as well. So if you jump, voila. It's more IFC. It is what it is. So voila. So let me flip it and let me turn it. Let me remove the pins so that you see the work. There's one pin here. So you can see how beautiful it is. You can see the lines, everything match. I just have to give it a press and iron, and I just have to iron it, and you can see that place is laying down flat. If you don't do that well, you're gonna see that center will bump out, gonna pump out, so if you don't get that place right, I'm telling you, you're gonna see that it will pump out, to pull. So I'll just iron it, It's more IFC. It is what it is. I dare not. We are not done yet. Like I said, the neck and the sleeve, there's something that you need to, you have to. So you gotta fold it into 2 and you make your setting. When you're working with a pattern like this, you know they are shortage, they are joining too much of join. You have to be very careful. So when you're adding your extra, you need to add more extra to it, so that when you reach this point, then you check it out, then you just trim some part off. You can see that some part I have to just trim, check my measurement, see that if I have my 11 inches, exactly 11 inches I want. You know, the bars was divided into 4. It was 38 divided into 4, 9.5 plus 1.5, and that will give me 11. And check my length if I have my length right. And it is what it is, the back. So I'm gonna cut the neck. But before that, you know, I haven't cut my shoulder slope yet, so I'll cut my shoulder slope and cut the neck. Watch it out how I'm gonna cut the neck. This one is different. Cutting my shoulder slope is 2 inches. I have a tutorial on how to cut a senator top. You want to learn how to cut a senator top well explained, nothing is hidden, nothing is hiding. I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. Do well and check it out and learn how to cut a senator top well explained, nothing is hidden. I'm leaving 2 inches, you know. If you've been following me, I always leave 4.5 or maybe 4, but this one I left only 2 inches. This one I only gave 2 inches, so this is 2.5, and I'm going to mark 3 inches over here. Then I'm going to draw the line of the neck. If you've been following my tutorial, I always let the back be 4 or 4.5 longer than the front fabric, but this time I've let it be only 2 inches long. So I'm going to mark my 2.5, and I'm going to mark 1 inch here. 1 inch, just 1 inch. Then I'm gonna cut. You can see the back. I only cut 1 inch. Here is what it is. So the rest is cool. The rest that you know how to do it. I might go a little fat here. I might go a little bit of fast here. So. What is important is the neck and whatever. So we are going to cut the shoulder. You check your shoulder. Then now that we are going to use the actual shoulder that we are using, you know, you divide it by 2, then you add your 1/2 inch to it. Then your shoulder measurement, your back shoulder, you divide it by 2, and that will give you the measurement of the armhole. You know, just simple as that is what we're doing. You strip in like 1/8. So checking the neck, I have to check the neck to see if I have my 16. So at first I thought maybe I was gonna flip it over. I was going to flip it over. That's why I mark 3 inches. So I decided to pop it. I look at the picture. It was like the neck was pop. So there's more room. You can see this is 5. That will give me 10, so I still have another extra 1 inch to deal with it. So I just have to trim it. So anytime I have a tutorial on how to cut a senator neck, any sizes that you want. You can see that after checking, I see that I've not gotten the exactly neck that I want, 16. So I just have to trim some part off. So I'm gonna check. I'm supposed to get 5.5 here. So the half will be the joining, that will give me 10. You see. So this is the sleeve, the short sleeve. So I mark 4.5. You can mark 4 inches. You know. So the length of your sleeve, if it is 10, then you have to add 1/2 inch for the showing, for the shoulder joining. So I have a tutorial in the link below how to cut a senator top. Well explained, nothing is hidden, nothing is hidden. But I'm just gonna give you this tip for you to, you know, do something. So the sleeve length is 10, so I just have to have 10.5 here, and the half will be the joining part. Please do want to subscribe, like and share and comment. Give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. So I'm going to do my curve here. Very, very simple, like drawing a falling X, It's like it's falling, the X is falling. It's like you're falling, or you want to swim, like you want to throw yourself into the sea. Gulum. It is what it is. So that part is very, very, bulky. So I just have to iron here and open it. There's a tip that I want to show you here, but I have to finish cutting the sleeve. There's something I want to show you. I have to finish cutting the sleeve and before I'll show you that tip. It's very, very important. Otherwise, you can notice that we have not cut a ½ inch from the front of the sleeve. Why? Because the sleeve, there are different colors. We have the gold color here, or the yellow color. If it is yellow or gold, it is what it is. And we have the white. So you just have to put it this way, like this, to mark the front of the sleeve. So when you come to the white side like this, like we have drawn it, then you mark the front of the sleeve. Then you bring it together like this. Then you know that this is the right side, the front, and the back. Then you trim your half. You need to do this way, otherwise you're gonna finish cutting and it's one have to turn back, because they are not the same sleeve and they have a different place that you have to stick them together. You understand? So you need to do that so that you won't cut it wrongly. If you want then cut the ½ inch from the front, you're gonna see that the yellow will come to the white side and the white side will come to the yellow side. That's not what you plan. You didn't plan that way. And that one too can be a style, can be a different style. It give you a different style. It is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please ask questions and give me a thumbs up. It is what it is. More IFC. I will appreciate you guys. God bless everybody. Thank you for supporting. Show love. Thank you for showing love too. I did wear the top. I did wear it. You can see, and I'll just show you the final result as well. Me wearing it. So just have to go and pop it, or maybe you can do the neck turn over, and it is what it is. Now you can see this is me, more IFC, the man behind the camera.